Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Students, we are going to see the trigonometry of 9th and 10th standard together. Now you will ask why it is not separated, 9th standard separate, 10th standard separate. One reason is that the trigonometry is that way very simple topic, and the 9th standard students also can understand the 10th standard trigonometry. And another thing is that I find some students, they have entered 10th standard but they have forgotten or they have not done 9th standard trigonometry. So I will advise that both the students, 9th standard and 10th standard, will observe this video and it will be useful to them. Now in trigonometry, as far as 9th and 10th standard trigonometry is concerned, we are dealing with right angle triangles only. So I have drawn some right angle triangles and we are dealing with the relationship between angles and the sides. So here in right angle triangle ABC, C is an acute angle, A is an acute angle and B is a right angle. We are considering the trigonometric ratios of acute angles only. So for the angle C, the sine ratio, it is denoted as SIN. The form is SINE. The sine of C is equal to the side opposite to C, that is AB, upon hypotenuse, that is AC. The length of AB is 3 and length of AC is 5. If you consider sine of A, so you will find the side opposite to A is BC and hypotenuse is AC. So BC is 4 and hypotenuse is 5. This is called as sine ratio. Now in this triangle you will find that Q is a right angle and R and P are acute angles. So for the acute angle P, if you consider sine P is equal to length of the opposite side, that is QR, upon length of the hypotenuse, that is PR. So QR is equal to 12 and PR is equal to 13. And if you consider sine R, so this is equal to side opposite to R is PQ upon hypotenuse is PR. So PQ is equal to 5 and PR is equal to 13. For this triangle, Y is the right angle and X is acute angle, Z is acute angle. And therefore we can consider sine of X is equal to length of the side opposite to X, that is YZ, upon length of the side opposite to length of, that is hypotenuse, opposite to 90 degrees, that is XZ. So this is equal to 24 upon 25. And if you consider sine of Z, so this will be equal to opposite of Z is XY upon hypotenuse is XZ. This is equal to 7 upon 25. So you have to remember the sine means opposite side upon hypotenuse. Now here in this triangle, instead of saying angle A, angle C, we are taking the measures. Suppose the measure of the angle is X. So we can say that sine X is equal to opposite side is 8 upon hypotenuse is 17. And sine of Y if we want, so length of the side opposite to Y, that is 15 upon hypotenuse is 17. Now in this triangle you will find the angles are denoted by Greek letters. This is called as alpha, this is called as theta. So we can say that this is a right angle. So sine alpha, so length opposite to alpha is 40 and hypotenuse is 41. And sine theta if you want, that is length of the opposite to theta is 9 upon hypotenuse is 41. In this triangle, the sides are 11, 60 and 61. We can consider sine C. Sine C means the length of the side opposite to C, that is AB, upon hypotenuse is AC. Hypotenuse means side opposite to right angle. So AB is given as 11 and hypotenuse is 61. And if you want sine of A, so opposite to A is BC and hypotenuse is AC. So BC is 60 and hypotenuse is 61. Remember that sine of any angle is equal to the ratio of the length of opposite side upon hypotenuse. We have seen sine ratio of an angle. Now we are saying another ratio, that is cos. The full form is COSINE, cosine, but for short form we are using cos. So cos of an angle C. So cos means adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So adjacent to C is BC upon hypotenuse is AC. So BC is equal to 4 and hypotenuse is 5. If you want cos of A, so side adjacent to A, this is AB upon hypotenuse is AC. So AB is 3 and hypotenuse is 5. In this triangle you will find sine of cos of R. So cos R is equal to side adjacent to R, that is QR, upon hypotenuse is PR. This QR is 12 and hypotenuse is 30. If you consider cos of P, side adjacent to P is PQ upon hypotenuse is PR. PQ is 5 and PR is 30. In this triangle, if we want cos Z, so side adjacent to Z, that is YZ, upon hypotenuse, that is XZ. This comes out to be YZ is 24 and XZ is 25. Now if you want cos of X, so cos of X will be equal to side adjacent to X, that is XY, upon hypotenuse is XZ, that is equal to 7 upon 25. In this triangle, we are not given the names ABC, but we have marked the measure of the angle. Suppose this measure is X, this measure is Y. So we can say that cos of X is equal to length of the adjacent side. Adjacent to X is 15 upon length of the hypotenuse, that is 17. And if we want cos of Y, cos of angle Y is equal to length of the adjacent side, that is 8 upon hypotenuse is 17. In this triangle, the angles are denoted by Greek letters alpha and theta. If we want cos of theta, so length of the side adjacent to theta, that is this side, length is 40 and upon hypotenuse, that is 41. And if we want cos of alpha, then this is equal to, the side adjacent to alpha is this, 9. The length of the side is 9 and length of the hypotenuse is 41. In this triangle, names are given ABC. So we can say that cos of C is equal to length of the side adjacent to C, that is BC, upon hypotenuse is AC. So BC is 60 and AC is 61. And if you want cos of angle A, this is equal to side adjacent to A is AB, length of the adjacent side upon length of the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is AC. AB is 11 and AC is 61. So cos A is equal to AB upon AC, 11 upon 61. Remember that cos means adjacent side upon hypotenuse. We have studied what is meant by sine. Sine is opposite side upon hypotenuse. So sine of C is equal to 3 upon 5. We have also seen what is meant by cos. Cos means adjacent side upon hypotenuse. For the angle R, adjacent side is QR. So cos R will be 12 upon 30. Now we are going to see one more ratio, tan. Tan is equal to opposite side upon adjacent side. So here if we want tan of C, so tan C is equal to opposite side is AB upon adjacent side is BC. So AB is equal to 3 and BC is equal to 4. If we consider tan of A, then opposite to A is BC and adjacent side is AB. So BC is equal to 4 and AB is 3. In this case, if you consider tan R, so tan is equal to opposite side, tan R. So opposite to R is PQ and adjacent to R is QR. So PQ is equal to 5 upon 12. PQ is equal to 5 and QR is equal to 12. If you want tan of P, so opposite to P is QR upon adjacent to P is PQ. So QR is 12 and PQ is 5. In this triangle, if we consider tan Z, so side opposite to Z, that is XY, upon side adjacent to Z, that is YZ. XY is 7 and YZ is 24. So tan of Z is equal to 7 upon 24. In this triangle, we can consider tan X. So tan X is equal to length of the opposite side, that is 8, upon length of the adjacent side is 15. In this figure, tan Y if we want, so length of the opposite side, opposite to Y is 15 and adjacent to Y is 8. In this figure, we have taken the Greek letters alpha and theta. So if we want tan of theta, then length of the opposite to theta, that is 9, and length of the side adjacent to theta, that is 40. If you want tan alpha, then length of the side opposite to alpha, that is 40, and length of the side adjacent to alpha, that is 9. In this figure, we are given the names ABC, we can say tan C. So tan C is equal to length of the side opposite to C, that is AB, upon length of the side adjacent to C, that is BC. AB is equal to 11 and BC is equal to 60. So tan C is equal to 11 upon 60. And if we want tan A, so length of the side opposite to A is BC upon length of the side adjacent to A, that is AB. So BC upon AB, BC is 60 and AB is equal to 11. Thus we have seen three ratios: sine of an angle, cos of an angle and tan of an angle. We have seen three ratios: sine, cos and tan. Now we are seeing one more ratio, cosec. Now cosec of an angle C, C-O-S-E-C, cosec. Cosecant is the full form. Cosec we write, cosec C is equal to hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is the side opposite to right angle, that is AC, upon opposite to that angle, opposite to C is AB. So AC upon AB, this is equal to AC is 5 and AB is 3. If you want cosec of A, so cosec means hypotenuse, that is AC, upon opposite to A will be BC. So AC is equal to 5 and BC is equal to 4. Cosec of A is equal to 5 upon 4. So here if we want cosec of R, so cosec R, cosec means hypotenuse, numerator is hypotenuse, that is PR, upon denominator is opposite side, opposite to R is PQ. So PR is equal to 13 and PQ is equal to 5. If we want cosec of P, so hypotenuse, in this triangle hypotenuse is PR upon opposite side, opposite to P will be QR. So PR is 13 and QR is 12. Therefore, cosec of P will be 13 upon 12. In this triangle, we can consider cosec of X and Z. Cosec X is equal to, here hypotenuse. Hypotenuse means opposite to right angle, that is XZ, upon opposite side. Opposite to X will be YZ. So XZ is equal to 25 and YZ is equal to 24. Therefore, cosec of X is equal to 25 upon 24. Now we want cosec of Z. That is again, cosec means hypotenuse. Hypotenuse means XZ upon opposite side. Opposite to Z will be XY. So here XZ is 25 and XY is 7. Therefore, cosec of Z is 25 upon 7. Now in this triangle, we are given the measures of the angle as X and Y. And we can say that cosec X. So cosec X is equal to, now cosec means hypotenuse upon opposite side. In this triangle, hypotenuse is 17, length of the hypotenuse is 17 upon opposite side. Opposite to X is this side, that is 8. And if we want cosec of Y, then hypotenuse, again hypotenuse is 17 upon opposite side. Opposite to Y is 15. 17 upon 15 is the value of cosec Y. In this triangle, we are given the Greek letters alpha and theta. If we want cosec alpha, so this is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 41 upon opposite side. Opposite to alpha is this side, the length of the side is 40. So 41 upon 40 is the value of cosec alpha. If we want cosec theta, then hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 41 upon opposite side. Opposite to theta is this side, so 9. 41 upon 9 is the value of cosec theta. Now in this triangle, if you consider cosec C is equal to, we want hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is AC upon opposite side. Opposite to C is AB. AC is 61 and AB is 11. But the value of cosec C is equal to 61 upon 11. If we want cosec of A, cosec means we are seeing hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is AC upon opposite side. Opposite to A will be BC. So AC is equal to 61 upon BC is 60. Thus we have found out the cosec value of all the acute angles of all triangles. Just now we have seen what is the cosec ratio. It is hypotenuse upon opposite side. Now we are going to see another ratio called as sec ratio. Full form is secant, the short form is sec. It is hypotenuse upon adjacent side. You will find that in cosec and sec, hypotenuse is in numerator and denominator only changes. Here opposite side, here adjacent side. So here also I have kept the numerators as it is, only denominators we shall change. So here sec of C, for sec what we do, hypotenuse upon adjacent side. For C, hypotenuse AC upon adjacent side is BC. So AC is 5 and BC is 4. So 5 upon 4 is sec C. Now if we want sec A, for sec A, sec is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is AC upon adjacent side. Adjacent side is AB. So AC upon AB. AC is 5 and AB is 3. So therefore the values of sec C is 5 upon 4 and sec A is 5 upon 3. Now here sec R we want. So sec R, as we read, sec means hypotenuse upon adjacent side. In the triangle, hypotenuse is PR and adjacent to R will be QR, and that is 12. And if we want sec of P, so this is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is PR upon adjacent Adjacent to P will be PQ. And that is phi. Therefore, 13 upon phi is the value of sec P. Now, if in this triangle, if we want sec X, so sec is hypotenuse upon adjacent side. In this triangle, hypotenuse is XZ, that is 25. And adjacent side, adjacent to X is XY. And the length of XY is 7. If you want sec Z, so sec means hypotenuse upon adjacent side. Hypotenuse is XZ and adjacent side to Z. Adjacent to Z will be YZ. So here it will be YZ and value of YZ is 24. Therefore, sec Z is equal to 25 upon 24. In this case, if you find sec X, as we did, sec means hypotenuse upon adjacent side. Hypotenuse is 17 and adjacent to X, this is the adjacent to X is 15. And if we want sec Y, so hypotenuse is this 17 upon adjacent side. Adjacent to Y is 8. So 17 upon 8 is the value of sec Y. In this figure, we want sec alpha. Where sec means hypotenuse upon adjacent side. Hypotenuse is 41 and adjacent to alpha is 9. So 41 upon 9 is the value of sec alpha. If you want sec theta, so it is again hypotenuse upon adjacent side. Hypotenuse is 41 and adjacent to theta, that is 40. So 41 upon 40 is the value of sec theta. In this case, if we want sec of angle C, so it is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is AC, that is 61 upon adjacent side. Adjacent to C is BC and that is 60. And if you want sec A means hypotenuse is AC, that is 61 and adjacent to A, that is AB. This is equal to 11. Therefore, 61 upon 11 is the value of sec A. Sec of all angles in all 6 figures. Just now we have seen cosecant and secant. Now we are seeing the one more ratio called as cot. The full form is cotangent and it is defined as the ratio of the adjacent side upon opposite side. So let us apply this ratio and find the values. Here cot C will be what is adjacent side. Adjacent to C is BC upon opposite side. Opposite to C is AB. So BC is 4 and AB is 3. If you want cot A, it is adjacent to A, that is AB, upon opposite side. Opposite to A will be BC. So AB is 3 and BC is 4. In this figure, if we want cot of R, so cot means adjacent side. So adjacent to R is QR upon opposite to R. Opposite to R will be PQ. QR is 12 and PQ is 5. So value of cot R is 12 upon 5. If we want cot of P, it is adjacent to P, that is PQ, and opposite to P, that is QR, PQ upon QR. So PQ is 5 and QR is 12. So value of cot P is equal to 5 upon 12. In this figure, if we want cot of Z, so it is adjacent to Z will be YZ upon opposite to Z will be XY. Length of YZ is 24 and length of XY is 7. So value of cot Z is equal to 24 upon 7. Now in this figure, cot X, cot means adjacent to X. So adjacent to X is 15 and upon opposite. So opposite to X is 8. So 15 upon 8 is the value of cot X. If you want cot Y, adjacent to y. Adjacent to y is 8 upon opposite to y. Opposite to y is 15. So 8 upon 15 is the value of cot y. Now in this figure, theta. So if we want cot theta, cot means adjacent to theta, that is 40. This is adjacent to theta. And opposite to theta is 9. So cot theta is 40 upon 9. And if we want cot alpha, so opposite adjacent to alpha, that is 9 upon opposite to alpha is this. This is opposite to alpha is 40. So 9 upon 40 is the value of cot alpha. Now in this figure, if we want cot C, so cot means adjacent to C is BC upon opposite to B, opposite to C is AB. So BC is 60 and AB is 11. The value of cot C is equal to 60 upon 11. And if we want cot A, now adjacent to A is AB, adjacent side upon opposite side. Opposite to A is BC. So here we are getting AB. AB means 11 and BC is 60. So 11 upon 60 is the value of cot A. Here cot X is equal to, now cot means adjacent. So adjacent to X, that is XY, upon opposite to X will be YZ. So XY is 7 and YZ is 24. So the value of cot X will be 7 upon 24. Thus, in case of a right angle triangle, we are having two acute angles, and for each of them we are seeing 6 ratios: sine, cos, tan, cosec, cot and sec.